Good afternoon, children.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
The previous period we are discussing about universal set, isn't it? What is a universal set? A set which contains all the elements in that set, isn't it? It's a bigger set. Okay, so look at this. What is a universal set? Universal set is always represented by the set U. It is represented by the letter U. It is, okay, it consists of one second. Okay, children. So listen, what is a power set? What is a universal set? A set consisting of all possible elements which occurs under consideration is called a universal set. Okay, so in the previous period, we are discussing about universal set, isn't it? We are given with the set A. A is a set of all square. Okay, and we are asked to find out the universal set. We are asked to find the universal set. And Atulya gave it is set of all. Where is Atulya? Yes, you gave it is a set of all parallelograms. Okay, actually it is a universal set. Okay, what you gave is correct because every square will be a parallelogram, but the reverse is not true. Okay, so that is also accepted. So what is a universal set? A set which contains all the elements. A set consisting of all possible elements which occurs under consideration is called a universal set. A set consisting of all possible elements which occurs under consideration is called a universal set. Okay, and it is always denoted by the letter U. It is denoted by the letter U. Now, the next thing we are going to learn is, right out, the next heading, the next set we are going to learn is power set. This is the power set. What is power set? Okay, suppose you are given a set A. Suppose we are given with a set A. Okay, power set of A, it is denoted by P of A. Power set of A is denoted as, okay, P of A. This power set of A. Power set of A is P of A. It is the collection of all subsets. It is the collection of all subsets. You consider all possible sets. Okay, collection of all possible subsets of A. You consider all possible subsets of A. That one will give the power set. Okay, that one will give the power set. For example, once, okay, first we learn, go through one example and we can come back. Suppose you are given a set A with, listen, a set with father, mother, and one child. Father, mother, and child. I want to write all possible subsets here. Okay, suppose imagine you are going to home. There are 3 members in that family, father, mother, and child. Okay, so I'm going to write all possible subsets. Suppose when you visit this house, sometimes there may be no one will be there. That means all may be gone. Okay, no one is there. So that is denoted by empty. Empty set. No one is there. So we represent it as empty. Suppose when we visit the house, suppose the father is there. Only the father is there. Or sometimes only the mother may be there. That means we are writing all the subset. What are the possibilities you consider? Okay, there are 3 members in this family. How many members are there? 3 members. Once you visit, sometimes there may be no one will be there. Sometimes the father is there. Sometimes only the mother is there. Or sometimes only the child is there. Or father and mother is there. Son or daughter may be gone to school. What about the next case? Mother and child is there. Father is not there. Or father and child will be there. Mother is not there. Or all the 3 will be there at home. So these are the possibilities if you consider three members. If you consider a set with three members, these are the possibilities. It may be sometimes empty, or you can consider a set with one element. You can consider a set with single element, a set containing F, a set containing M, set containing C, or set FM, set MC, set FC, FMC. That is, we are considering a set with no element at all. Then we are increasing the number of elements in the set. First, no element. Then we are considering the sets with one element. Then we are considering the sets with two elements. Then we are considering the set with three elements. Okay, so by this way, we can write all possible subsets of the given set. And that is called the power set. That is called the power set of the given set. Now look at here. What is N of A? What is N of A here? What does N of A stands for?
Number of elements in A.
Very good. It is number of elements in A. Now look at here and tell me how many elements are here in N of A? 3 elements. So what is the number of elements in P of A? What is N of P of A? Number of elements in power set of A. Look at here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 elements are there. That means it is same as 2Q. 8 elements means it is 2Q. So if a set has A has 3 elements, then the power set will be having 2 raised to 3 elements. A is having 3 elements means power set of A will have 2 raised to 3 elements. Okay. So what is a power set? It is the collection of all subsets. You consider all possibilities. We consider all possible subsets of the given set. That is called the power set. Okay. Now again, let's go through the definition. Suppose you are given a set A. Power set of A, we denote that as P of A. What is P of A? P of A is the collection of all subsets of A. Power set of A is denoted by P of A. It is the collection of all subsets of A. Okay, now listen children, this point is very important. And one more thing, this power set is an important 2-mark question. 2-mark question, write all the power sets. Or sometimes 1-mark question will be asked from this point. Note, write this as note. If N of A is M, if N of A is M, then what will be N of P of A? What will be N of P of A? Give me the answer.
2 raised to M.
Very good. It's 2 raised to M. If A is the set containing M elements, then N of P of A will contain 2 raised to M elements. N of P of A will contain 2 raised to M elements. Okay. Reem Fatima, is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
From your face, I'm not getting any smile, and also that's what I'm thinking, whether are you able to follow or not. Okay. What about the others? Navneet, Pooja, Joel?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Joel and all is okay. He's smiling, so I think it is okay. What about Shabarinath? Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it clear, children? Whenever you are given a set, is it possible to write all the possible subsets? Okay. Right. Okay. Hope you copied the example. Did you copy this example? No. Write this as an example. Power set is collection of all subsets. Power set is collection of all subsets.
Can you show that note also?
Okay, first you copy this one. Okay, I'll show that one. First you copy this one. Yes. Okay. Now the previous one. Yes. Copy this one. Okay. This definition is in your textbook. Read all the definitions given in your textbook. Read the text. Develop the habit of reading the max textbook. Okay. Not only the exercise questions. You should read the text. Then only you'll be able to score 1 mark questions and all. 1 mark questions and all will be from the theory part. Okay, so what is the definition of power set? Given the set A, P of A is the power set of A. It is the collection of all subsets of A. And write this within the box. Okay, it's a 1 mark question. The 1 mark question. Shall we move on to the next one? Write the next question. Is it over?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, write the question. Write the next one. If A is equal to set P comma Q, write P of A. Okay, if A is this, write P of A. Try this. If A is equal to set P comma Q, write P of A. What is P of A? You have to write all possible subsets of A. Niranjan, is it okay, Niranjan? What is the answer, Jees? Can you give the answer, Jees? What is P of A? Jees, can you give P of A? Give P of A. Jees, Joseph? Okay. Now all of you get ready. Get ready, children. A is the set containing P, Q. Write P of A. Dia, can you answer this one? Dia,
Yes, ma'am.
answer this question. Write
P.
P of
P. Q.
Set P, set Q,
Set Q, then empty set,
empty set,
and P and Q.
and P and Q. Set PQ, set containing PQ. Okay, look at here. Here, N of A is 2. N of A is 2. Therefore, N of P of A is 2 square, which is 4. Which is 2 square, 4. Total, there are 4 elements. Okay, so what is power set of A? Power set of A is collection of all subsets. Collection of all subsets. Okay, write the next heading. Next heading is Venn diagram. Next one is Venn diagram. Venn diagram. Okay, so the relationship between the sets, can be represented in a diagrammatic form. Okay, the relationship between the sets can be represented in the diagrammatic form. Okay, and this is given by the mathematician John Venn. Okay, the relationship between the sets can be represented by a diagram. So in this diagram, we represent the universal sets using rectangles. We represent the universal set using the rectangles, and the subsets are represented using circles. The universal sets are represented using rectangles, and the sets are represented by circles. Okay, this diagram gives the relationship between the sets. It gives the relationship between the sets. Okay, for example, okay, Venn diagram means okay, it is a diagram used to represent the relationship. It is a diagram used to represent the relationship between the sets. Between the sets, used to represent the relationship between the sets. The universal sets are represented by rectangles, and the subsets are represented by using circles. Subsets are represented by using circles. Subsets are represented by circles. Okay. So write this definition also, children. Write the definition. The sets formed by the subsets of, okay, the set formed by all the subsets of the set A is called the power set of A, and it is denoted by P of A. And it is denoted by P of A. Okay, now this point no need to write. This one we can write it afterwards. After learning one more concept, you can write. The first point you write. The set of all subsets of the given set A is called the power set of A, and it is denoted by P of A. Okay. Next is Venn diagram. In Venn diagram, the universal set is represented by the rectangular region and the set is represented by a circle or a closed geometrical figure inside the universal set. It should be inside, okay, subsets will be inside the rectangular figures like this and all will be representing it. This is what we call it as Venn diagram. So in Venn diagram, the universal set is always represented by the rectangle. Universal set is represented by the rectangle and the set is represented by circle or closed geometrical figure. Usually the closed geometrical figure we are considering taking as circle. In some cases, if you look in some reference book or when you go for higher classes and all, you can see within a rectangle, you'll be having another rectangle. Some other shapes are also used. But for the time being, we are going to use only circles. We'll be using circles only inside the rectangle. Inside the rectangle, we'll be using circles. Now, write this question. U is equal to set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A is equal to the set 2, 3, 4, 5. B is equal to set 2, 4, 6. U is equal to the set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A is equal to set 2, 3, 4, 5. B is equal to the set 2, 4, 6. Represent this using a Venn diagram. Represent this using a Venn diagram. Okay. So now listen, children. You write this question. Okay. Now listen. Suppose I want to represent this using Venn diagram. So we know that the universal sets will be represented using rectangles. So I'm going to take rectangle. Universal set will be represented by rectangles. Okay, it is the universal set. Now, the subsets are represented by using circles. So the first set I'm considering. Okay, now listen, children, don't write. First listen. Afterwards, you can copy. Okay, now look, we have two sets here. A is the set containing 2, 3, 4, 5. B is the set 2, 4, 6. Is there any element common for both A and B? Can you find some element common to A and
2
B?
and 4.
2 and 4. Okay, they are having some
Right.
common elements. Okay, if they have common element means we should draw intersecting circles. We should draw some intersecting circles. So the second circle I'm drawing like this. Okay, why I'm drawing like this? Because they have something in common. They are having something as common. Okay, now which are the elements common here? So this is the common region, isn't it? So this region is the common region. If you take this is common to both A and B. So in A and B, which are the elements present here? 2, 4. 2 or 4. 2 and 4 are commonly present. Now look at the set A. In set A, which are the elements there? 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 already we wrote. 4 we wrote. 3 somewhere in A I'm writing here. 5. What about B? In B, we have 2, 4, 6. 2, 4 is already in B. If you take this circle as a whole, 2, 4 is already in B. So the element left out is 6. This is our universal set. This is our universal set. Universal set, we represent it using rectangles. So now, which element is left out in the universal set? In
One.
universal, 1. So 1 we'll be writing outside. Outside these two sets. It does not belong to the set A as well as set B. So we are writing it outside. It is will be, okay? Is it clear? Write down this, children. No doubt. This is how we represent the sets. So in the next class and all, be ready with your scale, pencil. Okay, we'll be drawing circles and all. We need, okay, need compass.
Ma'am, should we put that point?
Hey, this is for your understanding, 0.6. Okay, this is for just your representation. If you are not putting the point also, it is okay, but you should know.
Ma'am,
Yes.
should we specify the circles as A and B?
Yes, that one you should mention. Okay. So when you go for higher classes or when you write some entrance exams, questions will be given like, okay, some figure will be given and some relations will be asked. From this figure, you have to find out and you have to give. We'll be doing 1 or 2 problems in this form using this Venn diagrams. Okay, over. Jyoti, completed? Jewel? Naureen, is it over, Naureen?
Yes, ma'am. Over.
Okay. Right, the next question, children. Next one. U is equal to set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A is equal to 2, 4, 6, 7, 9. B is equal to 1, 3, 5, 7. C is equal to 1, 4, 7, 8. Represent this using Venn diagram. Represent this using Venn diagram. So here, instead of 2 sets, we are having 3 sets. Then try this. Try this one. Okay. I'll take the attendance. After that, we can discuss the answer. You copied this one? Yes? Okay. Hope you completed this one. Okay. Let's see how to do this one. When you draw the first circle, it is okay. Okay, till you draw the first circle, there is no problem. When you draw the second circle onwards, you have to check, is there any relation between that one or not? That one you have to check. Okay, so now if I look at the sets A and B, is there anything common? Whether A and B are they having something in common? Yes,
7.
isn't it? A and B, they are having something as common. So we should draw A and B as intersecting circles. So A and B, we should draw this as intersecting circles. Then, and B and C, are they having common? They are having some few elements as common, isn't it? So I'm drawing like this. Okay, so next step, you name it. A, B, See, now listen here. This region, okay, you can see one small part which is present in all the three circles, this part. Okay, there you have to write which all the elements common to all the three. Which element is present in all the three sets? Check it.
7.
7. So there you have to write only 7. Now look at the sets A and B. In A and B, which are the elements you have in common for A and B? 1 is not common, 3,
7.
5, only 7 is common. What about B and C?
1.
B and C, we have 1 and 7. Okay, so B and C, we can write 1 as common. Now fill the remaining elements. In C, we have 1, 4, 7, 8. So 1 already we wrote, 7 we wrote, 4, 8. And what about the set B? 1, 3, 5,
Ma'am,
7.
ma'am.
And 4
Yes,
is
Ma'am,
common.
A and C.
between A and C?
4
Which are
is
the
common.
Which are the elements
4.
in common? 4 is there. A and C is having 4. Okay, so this one, okay, write 4 here. With for A and C, 4 is common. Then, now fill the remaining elements here. So C is having 4 elements. Okay, number of elements in C is 4. 1, 4, 7, 8. Look at the set A. 2 is not there. 2, 6, 9. 2, 6, and 9. What about the set B? 1, 3, 5, 7. 3, 5. Okay, and in the universal sets, we have 1 to 10. So 10 is not present in any of the sets. I'm writing 10 outside. Okay? Is it okay? Now, while representing this Venn diagram, suppose I draw like this. Suppose one set is outside. That means, what does it mean? Suppose A is like this, B is this. That means,
Nothing in common.
very good. They have nothing in common. They don't have anything in common. No common element is there. So if there is no common element, we can call these sets as disjoint sets. They have nothing in common. Means we call it as disjoint sets. It is called disjoint sets. Okay. So till now, is it you completed this one, children? Is it over? Valentina? No, doing. Okay, finish it.
Finish, ma'am.
Finished. What about the others? Naureen?
No, ma'am.
Finish it. Okay. Okay. So till now we have learned what is a set, what are the representations of sets and different types of sets. So in the next class, we are going to learn about the operations of sets. That means, suppose you are given two numbers. What we can do, we have learned how to add two numbers. We have learned to subtract, to divide. Same way, suppose you are given with two sets. What are the different operations are there? That we are going to learn it in detail in the next class. Okay. So today your work is up to this, make it thorough. You learn all the definitions, get ready to find the examples, give some examples and all. Okay. So with this, I conclude today's session.